folks. Today I am going to explain strategic management tool which is used for portfolio analysis, which is otherwise called as BCG Matrix. It was developed by Bruce Henderson in the year of 1960, and this tool is particularly useful in portfolio analysis. Particularly, it helps in taking decision related to investment. So first of all, folks, you need to understand what is a portfolio in terms of business. So portfolio basically is a set of all business units or the brands or the products a company is currently having or the business group is currently focusing on. That means it is focusing on many businesses of different sectors. So these businesses are at different life cycle stages. So it requires different investment decisions. So that is why this tool is a very important tool in strategic decision making, right? So first, folks, let us understand what is a portfolio with an example. For example, if we consider Tata Sons, a renowned Indian group, okay, which is called as a business conglomerate and a company which is known as a salt to software company. It is a company which has a diversified focus. Like the companies which operates in multiple sectors like your automobiles, steel, IT services, power, hospitality, many more. So a company has to think that in which particular sectors it is going to invest aggressively, in which sectors it will be investing moderately, and in which sectors it will be divesting its money and siphoning money and taking it to some other sectors which is growing, right? So these particular decisions can be taken with a portfolio analysis, and BCG Matrix is considered to be a very good strategic framework or a strategic tool to do such analysis. So let us first start with the dimensions of this BCG matrix. It has two dimensions, y-axis and x-axis. Y-axis stands for market growth rate and x-axis stands for relative market share. So we have to first understand what is market growth rate. So market growth rate means how fast the industry or market in which the business is operating is growing. Like there are sectors which are at a very high growth rate, high growth market. So in such cases, it is a market where it attracts for investment. There is higher level of competition and the potential for returns is very high. On the other hand, when it is low, because we are taking this axis, particularly market growth rate, in two levels. One is high growth market, one is low growth market. So when it is a low growth market, we understand it as a stable or a saturated market. So when it is a stable, saturated or a mature market, it needs lesser investment. So high growth market means it attracts higher investment, and low growth rate means it is a mature industry and it requires a less investment. So this is the explanation of y-axis. Now coming to the x-axis or the horizontal axis, which is otherwise called as relative market share. So relative means it is compared with largest competitor in the same market, in the same category. So the formula for relative market share is market share of the company upon market share of its largest competitor. Now when your relative market share is high, when the company's relative market share is high, that means you have a strong dominating competitive position. When your relative market share is low, that means you have a weak position and compared to the, I say, market leader, and you may require more investment to grow. So this clears your x-axis and y-axis, that means relative market share and your market growth rate. Now when we divide this x and y dimension in two levels of high and low, we arrive at four quadrants. So when your market growth rate is high and your relative market share is also very high, that means you are doing very well as a company and you are having a star position in the market. So it is the time to invest more. Invest more in terms of expanding the portfolio of the business, like the different variants and all, and you have to focus more on this company and this category. Coming to the other one, which is a highly desirable stage, which is called as cash cow. So cash cow is that category of companies which falls in a stable market growth. That means market growth has been stabilized. That means they are in mature market, but still your company's market share is high. So in a stable market, when your relative market share is high, we assume that all the investments has been done in the past. Now it's time to reap on the excessive cash which you are generating. So this excessive cash can be transferred to those companies who, or those categories, or those sectors where there are companies which can do well, which has the potential to do well, like the stars and the question marks. So coming to the question mark, which falls in the quadrant of your relative market share is low, but the market growth rate is high. That means the category in which you are operating, it's a higher rate of growth, but your market share is low because maybe you are the new company, you are a new company. So looking into the potential of the company, okay, you need to invest here. Okay, looking into the competition also, you need to invest here. Then the fourth category, which is the low category, that means market growth is low in a relay and your market share is also low. That means in a stable market you are not performing well. That means you are in a declining stage and it's time for you to say goodbye to the industry, and you can make money by liquidating. So liquidate your company and then transfer this money to some, either to question mark or to the star. Now let us try to understand the same with the company Tata Group. Okay, as it is one of the renowned company, and it would be easy for you to understand it. So I told you about the portfolio of the Tata Group. So it's a company which is known as from the salt to the software company, having a diversified presence. But I have taken a few representative companies to make you understand that what are the different positions. If you see the stars, the companies like your TCS and Tata Motors fall in this category, where the market growth rate is very high and your company is also doing very well. So these two companies can fall under the star companies. Now if you talk of your cash cows, companies like Tata Motors, which is doing well, okay, well in a mature market, okay, mature market, and the company exists for ages also. So all kind of investments are already done. Now it's time to sift the excessive cash which you generate to some other companies like your which falls into the category of question marks or star. Now similarly, if you talk of question mark, then we can say Tata Power. Okay, like for example, Tata Power exists in the category where the market growth rate is very high, but the relative market share of Tata Power is less because Tata Power is not doing that well. Okay, so that is why your relative market, but the company has the potential to grow. So company can think of what is going wrong here, and they can think of investments such that it can become a star in future. Now if you talk of dog, so there are companies in Tata's portfolio which is not doing well, like Tata Real Estate or maybe Tata Teleservices, like your Tata Indicom. So those companies has been wiped out from the market. One Tata Indicom has been wiped out from the market. You can assume Tata Teleservices and Tata Real Estate in this category. So I hope you all have understood it. Okay, thank you very much. Have a good day.